Hello everyone, this is Janessa Mosley with JM Wildlife Ark, and today I wanted to do a little tour of our boa room. My husband and I, mainly my husband, pretty much got everything set up. All the enclosures are in place, all the boas are moved into their new enclosures. So today I just wanted to do I wanted to do a tour and just kind of show the different boas I have, the different rack systems I have, and talk a little bit more about those. So I will be moving the camera, that way I can adjust the angles so you can see all the different boas and see the different enclosures and racks that I have set up. So today I want to start with this rack here. So this is a homemade melamine rack that we purchased off Facebook Marketplace. And I don't remember the tub size. I think it's V70 tubs, but once again, I don't remember the exact tub size, but that's what these all are. And then in here, we've got my grow outs from my first litter. And these are all males. All of these are available on my Morph Market if you want to go ahead and check them out. So this is the litter between Pancake and Aurora. They were born on May 11th, 2024. Oh, see, he already wants to get back in there. Is it comfy in there? Okay, buddy. There you go. And these tubs give them plenty of room, plenty of space. You can go ahead and see in there. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the camera angle so you can see in there. Try to take as much of the tub out as I can. Can't take it all the way out so it doesn't slide out, but this is most of it. So this is over a good 2 feet. So I'll go ahead and show what one of these looks like here. You can see he's all the way back there now. This is my hand for reference. And they can probably stay in here for another couple years, if not longer. So this is one of my main rack systems here. I keep some of my shipping boxes up there. I've got definitely a lot more shipping boxes. The 2 tubs on the bottom are a little bit smaller. I plan on getting those upgraded. They are empty, by the way. Anything that doesn't have a sticker and a sticky note on there is empty. So let's move over here to the main section of the boa room. We'll start with the left side. So they've kind of moved their hide, but down here we've got Aurora and Pochita. That's my #1 pair I'm most excited for. Aurora, she's the dam from my first litter. She's a 2017 Call Sunglow 100% het PK stripe. And right now she's being paired with Pochita. He is a 2022 Hypo Blood 66% het call male. And really hoping that he proves het for call. If not, they're going to produce some really beautiful double het offspring. I've got my Wise camera in there to keep an eye on them. Up here, we've got Pancake and Addie. Don't mind the mess. Addie and Pancake have continued to push that water bowl over and over again. So Pancake's the sire from my first litter. He is a 2021 male super hypo jungle, 100% het call, 66% het blood, and right now he's being paired with a normal female, which I have several different reasons as to why I'm pairing them and to what my goals are for that pairing. I've listed most of those reasons in the video I posted on Instagram. Up here we've got Waffles. The reason why she has substrate and they do not is because they are breeding. She is not breeding this year. I'm going to wait till she's 5 years old, so wait till next year, give her some more size. And then this enclosure here is Pochita's enclosure. It's empty. And all the way up there we've got Cleo. Cleo on the top is my RC Pastel 100% het blood, 50% het call albino. She's got extra humidity in there to help her shed right now, as she's currently going through shed. So that's this stack of enclosures. My husband got all of these set up. The only things I did were clean them, pretty much. So he helped me label all the thermostats, get them in better positions. So there's 2 of the thermostats, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So they're all labeled. Everything's so much more neat and organized. All the wires are organized. Here we have 2 racks. These are 2 animal plastic racks, along with more shipping supplies on top. These are currently empty. This is ready for baby season when we have more babies. It's not currently plugged in. All we have to do is plug it in behind there. Everything is in this bottom drawer. So there's 12 tubs on top, 12 on the bottom, so that'll hold 25 babies. These ones are smaller. These ones are about the size of a shoebox. However, they work really well for the first year of having the babies, or if you have Nicaraguan boas, they can work for up to 2 years. So this is kind of my biggest set of enclosures. These 2 are 6 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot animal plastics. The third one here in the kind of sort of in the middle is a 6 foot by 2 foot by 17.5 inches boa file enclosure. And then we've got 2 more animal plastics enclosures on the side here. And then over here on the bottom, that enclosure does not have a brand. It's a 5 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot PVC enclosure that we moved Marceline in. Marceline is our 2018 female hypo Nicaraguan boa. I did have 2 Nicaraguan males in there with her. I separated them as before. Marceline was in one of these enclosures. She was actually in here. That's why it's empty right now. And she didn't seem very comfortable. She seemed a little bit stressed out. So I wasn't sure if it was the size of the enclosure, if it was because of the males, but I went ahead and took the males out. I didn't want her to feel stressed, and I didn't want her to hurt the males. So I will try to pair them again possibly this season, if not next season for sure. This enclosure here is Pancake's enclosure, which he's currently in there with Addie. This enclosure is empty. I'm gonna get another heat panel and thermostat, and eventually somebody will move in there. Above that, you can't see her right now, we've got Integra. She's our normal 66% double het leopard blood boa in there. She's been getting some good size on her. And then on the top here, which you also can't see her, we've got Slinky. She's a 2022 RC Pastel Call Sunglow Jungle. And she's got some really nice colors on her as well. So there's 5 enclosures here. 1 is empty, so there's 4 thermostats going to the 4 enclosures that are being used. I plan on getting a heat panel and another thermostat for that one. At some point, I would like to upgrade all of these Vivarium Electronics thermostats to Herpstat. That way I don't have to have so many thermostats being plugged in at once. Plus, I can always save these as backups. So that'll be wonderful. That's one of my next future upgrades. So we've got 1 5-stack here, 1 5-stack here. Most of these enclosures are animal plastics, aside from the boa file and the one on the bottom over there that does not have a brand. Then we're going to come over here, and this is my last set of racks. So this is actually 2 racks on the bottom that are stacked, and then another 2 racks here. So this is actually 4 racks total. They're all hooked up to a Herpstat 6. I love the Herpstat 6. I love how this whole rack can be set up off of 1 thermostat. Once again, eventually I'd like to get more Herpstats for all my other enclosures. That'll be lovely. So these are all empty. These are also ready for baby season. I've got extra tubs up here, just in case I have more babies, just in case, well, by me, I mean the boas. Just in case the boas have more babies, just in case we need to move things around and do some cleaning. We've got plenty of extra tubs. And then on this side, which these tubs are the same size as, I believe, the V70 tubs in the other rack I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Move the curtain here. So in these first 3 tubs are my other Nicaraguan boas, all produced by Vin Russo. This one is my female blood Nicaraguan. She's gorgeous. I love her color. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. She is a 2024, I believe. She's a 2024 blood Nicaraguan, produced by Vin Russo. Her name is Mystic. Underneath her, we've got Alucard. He's a 2023 IMG Het blood Nicaraguan, also produced by Vin Russo. Hi, buddy. He was one of the males I had paired with Marceline, my Hypo-Nicaraguan female. And then thirdly, we've got Sketty, another blood Nicaraguan. This one's a male. He's a 2023 male, the same litter as Alucard, so they're brothers. And you can't see him because he decided to go back there. You can kind of see his tail. Very beautiful color on him as well. So 2 males and a female. Very excited for that pairing. Of course, it'll be a few years before the female is ready. But I'm very excited for this project. That's my potential black dragon project that Vin created. So I'm very excited for that. These tubs are empty, so plenty of space for babies. Got some tubs here. We've got the tubs here. Plenty of tubs there. 2 more tubs here. Plus, each time one of these boas gets sold, that's another empty tub to give me room for more babies. So I could potentially hold up to, I believe, 65 baby boas. So this is the majority of the boa room. And then I'll go ahead and show the other stack of enclosures. This is our living room. And then here we've got this 4 stack of boa file enclosures. We've got a 5th boa file enclosure up here that I would actually like to get replaced at some point. Only because I bought this one secondhand and it's meant to be divided. I do not have the dividers. And right now there's another Nicaraguan female up there. She's a little bit spicy. So, and as you can tell, there's no lights in her enclosure. So this is another 5 stack. Basically got everything set up in 5 stacks. But I really like the boa file enclosures. I love how these open, as I've mentioned in my previous videos. So yeah, that's pretty much our boa room. This stack is in the living room versus these other stacks are primarily in our dining room. I love my little boa pillow that my cousin got me one year. So yeah, that's all the enclosures, all the boas. Just to kind of show them off a little bit. Once these guys are done breeding, I will be adding substrate, more hides, branches, foliage, all that kinds of stuff. That'll be after they're done breeding and after the females give birth. If they do give birth, fingers crossed. So eventually all the enclosures are going to have substrate and much more stuff in there for them to climb on and hang out on. And yeah, so I'm pretty excited. At some point too, since I'm currently pregnant, which we're going to be having a baby boy, I'm really excited about that. We're probably actually going to make this area like the little playpen area at some point, because this is a nice empty flat space. We're going to get a little, like I said, playpen for the baby, so that'll be fun. But in the meantime, I wanted to get all the boa stuff upgraded. I wanted to get it all where it should be. That way they get all the attention, the care, the love that they deserve. That way when I do have our baby, I can really focus on the baby. So I just love this setup. I love what my husband did. It makes it so much easier for me to see the thermostats, especially the ones hanging up like this on the sides. Makes it to where there's no cords pulling down, the thermostats aren't pulling down. So very, very excited. Being in here brings me a lot of joy. Once again, I could not have done any of this without my husband. He moved all the enclosures into place, got everything set up for me. So he is a really, really amazing person. I'm very grateful that we're together. So again, this is the boa rooms to give a little walk through. I don't know if I can add any more enclosures or racks to the boa room. As you can see, we're pretty well got all the space accumulated for. So behind here, that's our catio. That's where all the cats are. We've got a good amount of rescue kitties. So that's what's behind that doors, if anyone's ever wondering. So yeah, just give a little walk around, excuse any of the mess in the background. Still got more cleaning to do. And then behind here, we've got our sliding glass door. So this provides plenty of fresh air, natural sunlight for the boas. Right now it's a little bit cold and doomy and gloomy, so everyone's hanging out inside. But yeah. Oh, another thing I wanted to point out. In my last video, I mentioned how this door would not close properly. My husband actually got it to close. He got this to fit in place. I guess there's kind of a little trick to it. You basically want to push this piece in the corner before you try to put this down. It's a little tricky, so I try not to open that door. I try to just use this door. This one does the same thing on the bottom, but it's not so bad. So there are pros and cons to the plastic doors, that open forward versus like these sliding glass doors that open from the side. With animal plastics, you can choose which one you want. If you prefer the plastic doors or if you prefer the sliding glass doors. I happen to have both, as most of my enclosures are ordered secondhand. The only enclosure I've ordered brand new is this boa file enclosure, which I would like to get more of in the future. I like how they stack. I like the quality. I like the doors. So, but I just want to say, yeah, there's the difference between the glass sliding doors and the front opening plastic doors. So it's really whichever you prefer, if you have a preference. So yeah, I'm very excited. I love working with the boas. I plan on continuing to work with them either all of my life or most of my life. Very excited. I'm excited for this year's breeding season. Hopefully these two beautiful females give us some nice, healthy, beautiful litters. So I will keep everyone posted on that. You can also follow me on Instagram and my Facebook page. I post more often there if you want to keep track of the boas, how they're doing, how breeding season is going. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you have any comments, any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. If anyone wants to reach out, feel free to do so. I love answering questions. I love talking about the boas. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed night, or day or morning, depending on what time of the day it is for you and what time you're watching this. And yeah, I will see you all later, and thanks again for watching. Bye, guys.